Right, okay guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about NPCs because it's a very fascinating subject. For those that don't know, NPC stands for non-player character. And there is a lot of them on Earth, okay? There's a bit of debate online as to how much NPCs there actually is, but I believe it's roughly around 85%, which is incredible. It's incredible, it really is. But then don't forget the clones as well, okay? The clones, I reckon there's around 5% of clones as well, okay? So that takes it up to 90%, which means that there's only 10% of true souls here on Earth, which is unbelievable. But it was always meant to be that way because when you talk truth, you know, you just get laughed at all the time anyway. That's because everyone's NPCs. They don't have the ability to think deeply about anything. This is why they can't get it. They can't see it, okay? Because they're not meant to. It's not in their program to understand things, okay? So the NPCs, what are they doing here and why were they created? So the NPCs were created at the end of the last reset, which was Tartaria, okay? Tartaria is basically the forgotten world where everything was great. We had free energy, you know, electric cars, electric everything, electric scooters, you know. We have all that stuff now, but they've just reintroduced old technology which we used to have. Like, there's nothing new under the sun, you know that saying? There's nothing new under the sun. It's true, there isn't. So they had to create NPCs to help rebuild the cities and repopulate the cities, okay? There wasn't enough true souls around to do that, so the quickest and the easiest way to do that was to create NPCs. Now, the NPCs are the Cabbage Patch Kids, if you've heard of that saying before. Babies, okay, raised and born in incubators, okay? And then along came the orphan trains and basically just distributed them all over the world, okay? They're all orphans because they didn't have parents because, well, they're just babies made in a factory, okay? That's what the NPCs are. And they're never meant to know the truth, okay? Because it's not in their program to understand it, okay? This is why day to day, your daily interactions with people, yeah? They're all going to be NPCs. They're all going to be NPCs, okay? And they don't think like you do because it's not in their program to think like you do. And you can tell people are NPCs as well. You can just tell by the things they do. I always say, right, ask them something deep. Ask them something deep that they just won't know. And I always ask them, oh, you know, when the sun's out, I always say, how far away do you think the sun is from Earth? And they're just like, oh, I'll just check on Google. And they'll say 93 million miles away. That's what it says on Google. And I'd be like, right, do you believe that? And they'll be like, yeah. This is what I mean. They believe it. They've got no critical thinking skills, okay? That is how you know what an NPC is, okay? So, yeah. Your daily interactions, all the people you talk to, they're most likely non-player characters, okay? Even your family. Even your family. Most of them are going to be non-player characters. This is just the way it is because it was always meant to be that way. If you do have any questions, leave it in the comments. Please like the video. And if you're not subbed to the channel, please do give me a sub. And I'll be back with more videos very soon.